Recording on both?
Yeah.
All right. Dude, have you been doing this a little while? It's kind of weird. Ceramic coating or PPF? Which protection is going to work for your situation and for your car? This video is going to answer just that question. This is paint protection film. When installed correctly, it can look nearly invisible on your vehicle's paint. PPF has its place, but I don't recommend it for everybody. This is a ceramic coating. This is a ceramic coating. This is a serum that we apply onto the paint, and it does not protect against the same things that paint protection film does. So which one is gonna work for you? Right here, we have an old Tesla Model 3 hood, and we're gonna put paint protection film and ceramic coating side by side on this hood to show you a visual representation of what both of these products can do for you, and hopefully that can help you make a better decision. Hello everybody, I am Dylan with Mad Vehicle Protection in Simi Valley, California. We specialize in doing paint correction, ceramic coating, paint protection film, and advanced detailing. If you're looking for something basic, go to the car wash, because Mad Vehicle Protection is all about getting you the best possible result and the longest lasting result. This is paint protection film. And when installed, you would not even be able to tell if this panel had paint protection film. You would just look at it and say, wow, that looks awesome. A trained eye, of course, can look at the edges and see that it has PPF on it. But paint protection film is made to protect your paint to the max. This is going to protect against scratches, rock chips, dings, your kids drawing on your car with a screwdriver. This is going to protect against that, unless they're really strong. The biggest benefits you're gonna find with paint protection film is that those rock chips that you are gonna find when driving anywhere are not going to be hitting your paint and damaging your paint permanently. This is what's going to take the brunt of the damage. This is a sacrificial layer on top of your paintwork that takes the hit instead of your paint. So this is going to protect against that ugly road rash that you're gonna find on cars that are just a few years old. And it's also going to protect against scratches and swirls from washing your car. One of the biggest hurdles when it comes to maintaining a flawless vehicle is going to be scratching the paint when washing it. It might sound crazy, but nearly every single car wash that you're ever going to receive is going to put some scratches in it. And our job as detailers is to minimize the amount of scratches that we're putting into the vehicle when washing it. Any sort of contact with the surface, you're going to run a risk of picking up some dirt and whatever you're using to wash the car and dragging it across the surface. It's going to cause a scratch. But with PPF, you don't need to worry about that. With PPF, you could have the $30 car wash guy down the street that can knock your car out in 20 minutes wash it, because you don't care about it getting scratches or swirls. Because PPF has a self-healing top layer. So if it gets scratched, all you gotta do is let it sit out in the sun or heat it up with a heat gun, pour some hot water on it, and that surface is going to heal itself. We will show you that in today's video. So how much does PPF cost? Most PPF packages are going to be what's called a full front clip. So that is going to be protecting against all of the areas that are hit by the rock chips most. It's going to be your hood, your fenders, your mirror, your front bumper, and your headlights. Also the lower sections and behind the tires of your car. That service through us is going to start at $2,200, and if you want to do a full car, starts around the $6,500 mark. This is a long service, takes a long time, the products are expensive, and it's extremely valuable to the right person. But it's not for everyone. So now that we have gone over the best paint protection you could possibly get on a vehicle, what is the second best? Ceramic coating. Ceramic coating is very different from PPF. As you can tell, it is not a physical layer that we are applying to the vehicle. This is a serum. This is going to harden to a glass-like surface that's going to cure to the top of your clear coat. If we could take a look over here at this banner, this is a visual representation of what a ceramic coating does. This is by Shine Supply. This is a great representation. Makes your paint extremely smooth. Smooths out all those little ripples that are in the top layer of your paint, which is your clear coat, and it protects that clear coat because you only have so much clear coat on your car from being damaged. Another huge benefit of a ceramic coating is going to be that it is extremely slick. Nothing likes to stick to it. And that's gonna help you maintain a really detailed finish all the time. But this does not protect against scratches and rock chips. This is a shield for your vehicle's paint. However, it is clear, so you cannot physically see this shield on top of your paint. Water spots can still damage it, you can still scratch it, you can still get staining, but you have to remember, this is a shield. It is going to take the brunt of the damage. Just like PPF, it's gonna take the brunt of the damage. It might still look gross from those rock chips, but your paint is still intact and it still has its full integrity. This is gonna take the damage for you while you're also getting all those other benefits of having that super slick surface and a much easier time maintaining the vehicle because of this product. Another huge hurdle for car owners that want to keep their vehicle looking flawless all the time is going to be contamination on the vehicle's paint surface. Contamination refers to anything that is stuck to the paint, that top layer, which is a clear coat, stuck to that surface and does not want to come off with any sort of regular washing or scrubbing. This is something that you typically need to use a clay bar to remove or another sort of chemical to remove it from the surface because it's so stubborn. So having a ceramic coating actually makes those things come off way, way easier. So you're not gonna have to do that deep cleaning to your paint every month or so because you have something like this, keeping that surface extremely slick to where nothing really likes to stick to it. Ceramic coating is like a non-stick pan. Yes, it helps a ton, but you're still gonna have to clean it and do it properly. So how much does a ceramic coating cost? With ceramic coatings, it is all about the prep work. That is really what you're paying the most for. If you're getting your ceramic coating installed by a detailer who knows what they're doing, about 80% of that cost is going to be the prep work. If you go to a good detailer, most likely they're gonna tell you to go with a two-step paint correction on your vehicle because 90% of the time, that is all vehicles need to look pretty much flawless. Give or take a few deep defects because sometimes it's not worth it to go after every single defect and remove more of your clear coat. There are also lesser options for paint correction that could be all you need, but most of the time it's not. And typically a two-step paint correction is what you're gonna be getting. So general pricing on a two-step paint correction typically starts around the $1,200 mark for most detailers. For us, it's gonna be a little bit higher, probably in the $1,500 starting pricing for that service because we do make sure things are done right. If you have a black car, your total will absolutely be more expensive, just so you know. So before we get into testing, which one of these products is going to be the best for your situation? If you're someone who is really concerned about not putting any light scratches or swirls in your finish, and you really hate the look of having road rash on your front bumper, PPF is absolutely going to be your best choice. Now, do you go with a full front clip or do you go with the full body PPF? I would recommend the full front clip service to anyone who is looking for ultimate rock chip protection and they're not too concerned about light scratches and swirls in the paint. But if light scratches and swirls really bother you, or if your vehicle is over the $120,000 mark, I would definitely recommend going with a full body PPF so you can have that ultimate peace of mind when you're parking your car out in the parking lot and you don't have to worry about anybody rubbing up against it or sitting on your car for a picture, because that's happened before with one of my clients with a really nice car. The truth is with PPF, with some cars, it's just not worth it. If your car is under the $60,000 mark, this is probably not the best option for you, unless this vehicle is your baby and you are very picky with how your paint finish looks. Let's say everybody had an unlimited budget, PPF and ceramic coating together are going to be the absolute best combo when it comes to proper car care. And releasing yourself of that worry from the elements doing their work on your vehicle's paint job, rock chips, somebody in the parking lot bumping into your car, somebody not washing it correctly, or even the damage that the sun can do to your paint. If you keep up on both of these, you're not gonna have to really worry about any of that stuff. So let's show you guys a little side-by-side on this hood, which already has a ceramic coating installed on this section. I'm just gonna apply PPF on just this half, and that will give you a good visual representation of what both these products can do. When installing PPF, there's a lot of moisture that builds up under the PPF, and it looks ugly, honestly, for the most probably week or so. So we're just gonna speed up that process right now. This is the ceramic coated side. This is PPF. Pretty sure you guys can see the obvious difference between the two. With PPF, 90% of PPFs out there are gonna have a little bit of what's called like orange peel in it. So it's gonna make the paint look just a little bit less glossy. Basically, the clarity is just dropped down a little bit. S-Tech or Stek is the brand of PPF that I would highly recommend anybody use because it has the least amount of orange peel that you're gonna find with PPF. Now, you'll notice with the PPF, you're not gonna be seeing any sort of light scratches or swirls in it, because PPF hides all of that stuff. You also notice some moisture bubbles that are building up here, and also some white little weird moisture that you're gonna have when installing PPF. This stuff typically goes away within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but today you are stuck with it. Test number 1, scratching. This is gonna be a pretty deep scratch. This is probably gonna hurt me doing this, but we're gonna take this screwdriver, we're going to go across it on both sides, the one without any PPF and obviously the one with PPF, and let's see how it does. That hurt. So let's see if this screwdriver scratch can come out. Just like your regular paint work goes, if you go through your entire clear coat, guess what? You're gonna have to replace or put more paint on that surface, similar to paint protection film, just like rock chips. It can damage the PPF and you gotta replace it. So we're gonna see if a scratch like this is something that can be healed, because that self-healing top layer is only the very top of the PPF. It's not the entire thing. Well, it removed the scratch. Would you look at that? So that is an example of the PPF having a self-healing top layer. Yes, you definitely can go all the way through that self-healing top layer. So let's say you had like a really sharp knife and you just went in and just put as much pressure as possible on that PPF. The PPF will still definitely take the brunt of the damage, but you still can go through that self-healing top layer. But as you guys can see, even a super deep scratch like that can come out of the PPF with just using a little bit of heat on the panel. So that's one real life example that PPF can save you from. Let's check another. This is gonna simulate going through the car wash or maybe washing your car with a brush. As you guys can see, there's some pretty heavy swirls here put in by that stiff bristle brush. These are gonna mimic going through the car wash. And let's see what the heat gun can do to both of these. Is this even worth it? I don't know. Just for visual, to show you guys, no amount of heat is gonna take out these scratches over here. Those scratches are there to stay unless you do something about it, unless you go in with a polisher and remove those. So ceramic coatings will get scratched, PPF will not get scratched. As you guys can see, this panel looks, well, there's a few scratches left behind. We'll just go in and remove those real quick. I'm not gonna sit here all day, but you guys get the point. These scratches will go away, as with 90% of the scratches that were in there, they're gone. Guarantee you those will go away if they sit out in the sun. But you guys can obviously see the simulation of going through the car wash. One side being ceramic coated, one side with PPF. Yes, these scratches will go away. Ceramic coating will not help with scratches. PPF does. So we've seen a small fraction of what PPF can do for you. What does ceramic do for you? Like I said, ceramic has an extremely slick surface. This is a visual representation. Over here is a representation of no ceramic coating. Right here is a representation of ceramic coating. Now you're going to notice the PPF is behaving a similar way. However, this is just a top coat that is on the paint protection film to let it have some ceramic capabilities, but this is not going to last long. This will probably only last a few weeks on the PPF. This is something that's going to last years if maintained correctly. See how the water just flies off the surface compared to sitting on there for way too long? That is going to help you maintain your car a lot more efficiently and just so much easier to work on a car with a ceramic coating than one that does not. Drying, using the wash mitt, using the pressure washer, getting off grime. In every single aspect, it is much easier to work with, and you're going to have a cleaner car for much longer. Well, there's not much more to really showcase here with the ceramic coating versus PPF. Obviously, PPF is going to do pretty much everything better than ceramic coating, except for the fact that after this top coat of ceramic beading going on here is gone, then you're going to have the problem of your PPF having the same problem as regular paint, where it just kind of wants to stick to everything and it's going to be tough to get stuff off. Applying ceramic to PPF requires literally no prep work. You hit it with some isopropyl alcohol, just making sure it's as clean as possible, applying a ceramic layer, and you're good to go. So in closing, PPF is actual protection against rock chips and physical damage like scratches and dings. Ceramic coating does not do that, but you're gonna have that extremely slick surface, you're gonna have that extremely glossy surface, and you're gonna have that UV protection. Also against the elements, you're gonna have that protection as well. It's just gonna be visual, you're still gonna see it, but it's gonna take the damage and not your clear coat, because you only have so much clear coat on your car. You want something to take the damage for you. A comparison that I use all the time is gonna be like a bulletproof vest. When you put a bulletproof vest on and let's say you get shot with a bullet, you're gonna expect that bulletproof vest to look a little bit different. It's gonna take the damage for you, but you are gonna stay protected because there's only one of you and you are special. Did you like that?
Yeah.
So which vehicle protection is for you? Paint protection film, ceramic coating, or MAD vehicle protection? The obvious answer is MAD vehicle protection because we offer both of these. So you're gonna wanna get these both done through us. Anyway, I can't make this decision for you, but I really hope that all the words that I just spoke into this camera today help you make an informed decision and see which option is best for your budget and for your car and for you. MAD vehicle protection, precise results driven by the right process. We are located in Simi Valley, California. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any video ideas, if you want to see a test, let me know. I'm interested. I will do it. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.